Hello. Today's good read is a book called The More Beautiful World That Our Hearts Know Is Possible, and it's by a guy called Charles Eisenstein. And I want to share this one. It's a little bit more deep than some of the other books I've shared up to now, but I think it's a good read. It's still worth reading, and it's definitely worth reading. And I'm going to read you the blurb on the back because I think that sums it up the best. In a time of social and ecological crisis, what can we as individuals do to make the world a better place? And that's something that I feel the conversations I have with people, that's something that comes up quite a lot. You know, what can I do to make the world a better place? People feel like we've got so many problems at the moment. So this thought-provoking book serves as an empowering antidote to the cynicism, frustration and paralysis so many of us are feeling, replacing it with a grounding reminder of what's true. We are all connected, and our personal choices bear unsuspected transformational power. By fully embracing and practicing this principle of interconnectedness, we become more effective agents of change and have a stronger positive influence on the world. Throughout the book, Charles Eisenstein relates real-life stories that show how small individual acts of courage, kindness and self-trust can change our culture's guiding narrative of separation, which, he explains, has generated the present planetary crisis. He brings to conscious awareness a deep wisdom we all innately know. Until we get ourselves in order, any action we take, no matter how good our intentions, will ultimately be wrong-headed and wrong-hearted. Eisenstein invites us to embrace a radically different understanding of cause and effect, sounding a clarion call to surrender our old worldview so that we can finally create the more beautiful world our hearts know is possible. So that sort of gives you an overview of what the book's about. And it's very much my glasses off. It's very much that he thinks that the problems in the world are kind of coalescing, coming together. He did write this in 2013, so we've gone way beyond that date. But he thinks that the problems are caused by our feelings of separation, that we feel disconnected from each other, from everything around us, from nature. We just don't feel that connection. So if you don't feel connected to something, you don't care about it, and you don't feel like able to do anything. You feel like it's something that's out of your power. And so what he's saying is that we're all unique individuals and that we can all do something, and we need to just change the story, really. Not get sort of tied up with the story that we're too small, it's all to do with our leaders. If we could just replace the leaders, then everything would be okay. That may be the case, but I think there's more going on than that. And I think really it's more about ourselves as individuals and really doing what we can do, and not thinking, oh well, there's no point in me doing something, I'm just one person and there's all these other people and we all need to do it together. The fact that we're all so connected, and quantum physics absolutely shows this is the reality of the world. We may not feel it, we may not be aware of it, but we, and I, me, you, this phone, all the nature I'm surrounded by, I'm connected to all of it. So there is this connection thing, whether we can see it or understand it or not, it's there. And what he's saying is that by each individual person doing their thing, so in their own unique way, whatever that is, however small that is, but each person trying to reconnect with everything, and just doing your own, what you believe is a good thing. And you don't have to be perfect, and we don't have to but it's just doing it and not feeling helpless and hopeless, because we're not. We're really powerful. We all have enormous power that we're just not aware of and don't realise it. So that's really what this book is saying. So yeah, it's good. It's a bigger read than some of the others, and he's got quite a talkative style, if you like, so it's quite sort of long. He's not sort of always concise, but I think in this book he does quite well. The chapters are quite short and small, And yeah, he manages to take you through it, and it's not all negative. He's acknowledging what the problems are, but there's a lot about what you can actually do, which is... So the other thing I like about this book is the cover. I think it's the most beautiful cover, and a great title for a book. It's a lovely title, very inspiring, I think. You know, I think the thing is as well is like all these books that I'm sharing, and this one, you know, is another one, is I think the thing is, for me, it's like a sort of little support network. It's part of my support network. So yeah, the world's pretty tough at the moment, some of it. Of course, our daily lives for a lot of us are not tough all the time. It's like now I'm sat here speaking and it's, you know, fine, and you'll be watching this somewhere and maybe you're fine in this moment. So it's not that it's 24/7 tough, it's looking for those places where it isn't. And I think most of us are very lucky that we have a lot of spaces where actually the world is fine and it's not so difficult. But the overall picture, of course, is really quite sad at the moment, and we have this main thing hanging over us all is about the planet and the state of the planet. And so for me, things like inspiring books, and you could say the same for films, pictures, anything like that, it's about building my support network so that I can continue to do positive things, to feel positive, because I think it's important to enjoy our lives. I do think we are actually meant to enjoy life. It's an amazing thing. And so that's why I'm sharing these things with you, thinking it might be helpful if you're feeling a little bit despairing or whatever. Look for some good stuff. Surround yourself with good things as much as you can, and get inspiration from other people, because there's plenty of people who are feeling very inspired and very enthusiastic about the world and what they can do. And so yes, books is a good way to connect with those people. Even if they're not around you, you can connect through books. YouTube, the same, videos, films, good films, upbeat films, it all helps. Just show you that too, that actually I have that stuck on saying it is possible. Yeah, so that was my little thing. I thought I'd just share that with you. I'm crazy really, but anyway, I like that. So I hope you enjoy it, and yeah, have a good week. Bye.